Hey, Lizzie here. If you've been struggling and you're ready for more help, I want to invite you to book a consult with me. I offer free hour-long consults where we go over what's not working, your vision for the future of your motherhood, and how I would help you given my tools and expertise. To schedule your free consult, visit my booking page at go.oncehub.com/Lizzie Langston. I fully believe that you can get to where you want to go. I'll see you on the consult. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Postpartum Coach podcast. It's good to be with you. I just wanted to tell you guys, I haven't had much to offer lately, and I do these episodes on a real life, regular basis in real time. So typically, sometimes I get ahead and I record in advance a little bit, but lately that's not it. And so these episodes are dependent on my family and my energy and all of that. And actually, I've been depressive. I've been in an episode of depression. And I just finished chatting on the phone with a friend who is dear to me. And normally I would talk to her a lot, but she hasn't heard from me since like the beginning of January. And we just reconnected and she felt nothing but love for me. And I cried as I told her how much I've missed all my friends, but how in it I've been. And it was such a beautiful moment. And I just wanted to share it because I wanted to give you hope. Like if you're in depression, you really can tell people about it without judgment. Depends what people you have in your life. I know I have attracted many people, women in my life specifically, that are just so amazing. And she knew, I told her it was nothing about her and she knew it too and felt it. Beyond that, I just wanted to share a couple things today. What I can share is that, so I think I've mentioned to you guys, I've done ayahuasca, which is a plant medicine from the Amazon forest, and it's a rainforest, whatever forest. It's in Central America a lot, and I think South America as well, but I know for sure Central. So Colombia, Costa Rica, Peru, I don't remember the other countries. And then people bring it up to the States. But anyway, I just wanted you to know that this episode of depression for me has been a lot like plant medicine. It's been a ceremony. And when you do plant medicine, there's a lot of discomfort. Well, ayahuasca specifically, there's very many different types of plant medicines. But ayahuasca, there's a lot of discomfort because you're purging, whether that's diarrhea or vomiting, but you're also getting taken to the other dimensions where you receive instruction. And that is exactly what this has felt like. Depression, and I wanted, for those of you who are feeling or experiencing depression or anxiety, they usually go hand in hand. Usually you get anxious and then it crashes into depression. Sometimes it's like smaller batches, like a little bit of anxiety for a few days or a busy week that turns into like a depressive next week after that. So they kind of ebb and flow and correlate together. But this episode of depression has been a ceremony, and depression can be a ceremony of sorts. So for those who haven't done plant medicine, this could be a little bit difficult to imagine, but you can think about if you are a member of a Christian church, I know, or even Catholic. I know Catholic is Christian, but anyway, when you think about the sacrament, right? Like the blood of Christ and the body of Christ, and you take that sacrament and you are reminded of him and you can think about him. And so plant medicine is like that, but works through your whole body and opens your mind. And it's probably very debated by many people. And there might be many of you or some of you that don't feel comfortable with it. So I'm definitely not telling everybody you need to go do plant medicine. I'm just trying to help you understand the ritual aspect of it and the ceremonial piece, because when you come through depression and out of it, if you do it right, you're not the same person. You're a different person. You are not the same. There's a part of you that dies, and it's supposed to be that way. For anyone that has done plant medicine, that's how you feel. You can never undo what you receive in your visions and in your revelations. You can never undo it. It's one of those marked features, and a lot of times things are revealed that you need to change in your life, or you're taught about something or about someone, and you can never see that thing the same. Your relationship with your life is completely different. And that's what you want, you guys. That's what we want. So I've said often, depression and anxiety are a gift. Now, don't get me wrong. I hate them. Ego Lizzie hates them. The Lizzie that is fighting and kicking and screaming for the identity that she's familiar with and comfortable with hates them. Just like when you get on plant medicine, there's a part of you that kicks and screams and is scared and hates it because, it's doing things with your physical body that might be uncomfortable, or because you lose control of your body a little bit, not completely, but there's that ego that just wants control and wants your identity. And I just wanted you to know that if you work with me, I will help you. And if you want to, I can help you. Okay. I can help you not be devastated, angry, bitter, panicked, surprised, blindsided by your mental health. In my program, I help women walk through and stop grappling with it and start healing and doing what depression and anxiety are meant to do, which is raise your flags to take a look under the hood, which is your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind is like the engine under the hood of your car, if your body's like a car, okay? And your subconscious mind will reveal things to you when it deems it the best time. So let me give you an idea of an example. It's kind of confusing, right? We have been taught to associate depression with weakness, with inability to function. But I believe that depression and anxiety come up when you are ready for more of the truth about your past, more of the truth about who you are, more of a vision of your potential. But it doesn't always feel glamorous like that. Sometimes it's shitty. This last batch has showed me a lot of abuse and abusers in my life. And I've felt rage and anger, and I have felt protective of myself, and I feel a deep calling and a desire to teach about a lot of what I've been learning in this episode of this ceremony of depression to you guys. So I will be doing that, and I think a lot of it will be saved for those who are in my membership. So that's something that I've done in the past as a membership, but I closed it down because I was called into the ceremony of depression. And now I've been given a vision of what we're doing next, which is a 12-week course. It might turn into 6 weeks, depending. It might not always be 12 weeks. For this current cohort, you guys know it's 12 weeks, but we might cut that in half. We just depend. I just got to it's always based on what you guys need and what results you're getting and stuff. So we're giving this first one 12 weeks. We'll go from there. And then there's going to be a membership for people who want to stick around and learn more advanced material and take the way that their depression and anxiety opened their eyes and the connection that they formed with their body during my course as they allowed their symptoms to speak to them and reawaken them to their body. And usually what happens after that is it's like the advanced calm your life process, right? So I have 3 steps: calm your body, calm your mind, calm your life. And we go through those in my course and in my program. But then we're going to be just taking those to the 10th degree, right? And calming your life, extending it into all of parts of your life, not just your relationship with your depression and anxiety is just the beginning. And then how you respond to your depression and anxiety at first and how that changes, that same shift, from, for example, let's say you're really panicky or angry or blindsided and caught off guard with your depression and anxiety. And then you learn to love it and accept it. And like, then you're over it. So all that happens with other relationships in your life, but your subconscious guides that process because you're not always ready for all of it. Your self-worth has to be at a certain level. So what I was going to say, the example I was going to share is this batch of depression came at a time when I was the strongest I've ever been in my life. My business was basically working by itself. People just were coming and booking consults and hiring me, and I had to do very little. I was making lots of money and helping so many women and incredible results and changes for them. And I was in love with my husband. I still am. But, you know what I mean? Like things were good. My kids were good. They were half homeschooling, half going to this cute alternative school in Costa Rica. We were living in Costa Rica on this big adventure. But because we were far from family and friends and all that and culture and the noise of the daily day world, it was the prime. And because my business was strong and because I had a self-worth that was so high and so strong, which I'd gone through a lot to be able to get to that place of really valuing myself and taking care of myself. That's when it came up. This deep childhood stuff that's hard. It's really hard, but it's really good. And I have to tell you something. I have never felt this light in my body, and I'm not out of the depression all the way. I just got medicated. So I have therapy, I have coaching, I have couples therapy with my husband because he's also like, what's going on? I've paused. A lot of my clients are paused. Some clients I referred to other people and kind of let go. And yeah, because this is serious business. It's so, I teach about it and I talk about it, but it's not been glamorous over here. But because I've allowed myself to be and go through the depths, I'm like a soldier coming back half her weight, but I can already feel the rumblings of the strength of the new woman that is inside my bones. And I want to invite you guys to work with your symptoms that way. Don't fall into the mainstream paradigm that these are just symptoms that need to be muted with medication. And obviously I'm not anti-medication. I'm using it right now because my nervous system hit its max and I need help recuperating from the depths that I just went in. But the point is, are you willing to go there? If it means that on the other side, you are who you've always wanted to be, maybe even without knowing it. I want to invite you to study with me and learn how to turn your symptoms first into signals and then into send-offs to who you always were meant to be, into the biggest game changers you've ever had. It doesn't mean you have to love what you're going through. It doesn't mean that you have to keep it forever. It doesn't mean that it defines you. Okay? But if you're willing to put aside your ego and your pride and maybe even some of the regularity of your life and delegate a little bit or, have a really honest chat with your partner, I want you to know that it's worth it every time because of what's waiting for you under the surface. The woman, the strength, the sovereignty, the capacity, the self-worth, which is what will both calm your symptoms forever and make you resilient to depression in the future, but also bring them up. You need it to bring them up. So it's self-worth is kind of like, it's like if you had, like a container. Let's say there was like a rock and this rock had gold in it, but the only way the gold could come out of the rock is through like refining, right? And depression is like, maybe you have like a spray bottle that you spray on this rock, and as you spray the rock, the gold starts to leak out of it. That's depression, my friends. Now, I'm not masochistic. I don't have a desire for all of us to be suffering without end. So because of your self-worth and your self-love and your self-admiration, recognition, you can be willing to sit with depression, but also because you know you deserve happiness, you got to also know when it's time to come out of it, right? Just like you wouldn't want to do plant medicine 24/7. You wouldn't, right? You do it, but you don't overdo it, because then you get off balance, just like with anything. But if your body's sending it to you anyway, you might as well learn how to use it. Don't give in to the fear of your body. Trust these symptoms. Go to LizzieLangston.com/program. This link could change. So if you're listening to this episode a long time after it was recorded, go listen to the most recent episodes. I'm going to just put that disclaimer for my whole podcast. If you want to work with me and you like what you hear, make sure you listen to the most recent episode to see what offer is currently available for you. Okay. At the time of this recording, go to LizzieLangston.com/program, get on the wait list for my program when it opens again. I don't have a date for you yet. I'm waiting for the clouds to depart a little bit more. I've got a couple weeks before these meds kick in a little bit more. And then I will be back to business as usual. And we'll have a date for you for the next opening of the program. And this is going to be fiery. Make no mistake. It was cute. Just kind of wrapping up here. When I chatted with this friend, I was telling her I feel like a soldier that's coming. This is after I'm wiping away my tears because I haven't talked to her for 3 months because I've been in this deep, deep rigmarole with my subconscious, and I've learned so much about verbal abuse, about emotional abandonment, and about attachment. Oh, there's so much I can't wait to share with you guys when the time's right. But I've set really hard boundaries with people. I have had really scary conversations. I've had to face devastating treatment from people who don't understand my boundaries and who want to be upset and stuff. And I was telling her that I feel like this soldier coming back half my weight. And she's like, but I already hear the strength that's in your voice from this experience. You're already different. I can't even wait to see how it manifests into the world. I'm like, damn right. That's right. That's right. I should probably start marking these episodes as explicit when I cuss, just in case you have them on, like in the minivan with the children. Speaking of minivans, we just bought a minivan. We bought a Kia Sedona 2017, baby. And it has just enough bells and whistles, but also like not so many that it drives the price crazy up. And I'm really liking it. We thought it was black. We bought it at night, and then we got it. We drove it home, and the next morning we went out and looked at it, and it's totally like a dark, dark, dark blue. And it has little like white stripes on the side that we also didn't notice. But at that point, we were just so desperate, ready to have a car. So it was perfect. The universe takes care of us, you guys. I promise you, you are being collected and helped. And make no mistake, you are being watched over. So come join the wait list so that you don't miss the next launch. And if you want to, you can buy my course and start prepping yourself to be in the program. And then that way you'll be really ready to run once we get in there with that live coaching element in the program. So LizzieLangston.com/course. You can buy the course. LizzieLangston.com/program. You can get on the wait list. And when we are open for enrollment again, it will be at LizzieLangston.com/program. That is where you will be able to join the program and sign up. Last but not least, I am no longer taking consults at this time. So if you want to work with me, get on the wait list, because when we launch again, you won't miss it. Also, you can buy the course, like I said, and have it and start watching it so that you are ready to dive deeper once you get into the program. And then, of course, the membership will be there for those who want to go deeper and apply everything more profoundly into their life. So exciting things to come. I'm so happy to share them with you. Happy April 1st. Happy April Fools. And the joke is on depression because we're out of it, y'all. We are getting out. What's up? Okay. Talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye. Hey, Lizzie here. I've helped dozens of postpartum moms just like you to manage their postpartum anxiety and deconstruct their postpartum depression. It's really easy for me. So if you're ready to feel better, I know the way. Let's chat on the phone. Set up a time by going to LizzieLangston.com/consult. It's pretty simple, and I will be calling you soon.